From their first World Cup appearance back in 2014, he was part of that squad. You think of Khadka, now the secretary, hugely involved in helping make this league happen. You think of Basanta Regmi. You think of Shakti Gauchan, those iconic images from the 2 wins that Nepal pulled off back in 2014, nearly getting through that group stages, coming up just short on net run rate. Vasakar has been there, done it all, and I love the fact he wants to keep playing and giving back to some of his younger teammates.
His experience in the dressing room will be so vital. You can just pick his brains and learn a lot. The younger players, Santosh Karki watching from the non-strikers end as well. Yeah, can he get the Rhinos home? 37 required of 55. They had this chase by the scruff of the neck. They just seem to have dug themselves into a bit of a hole, losing those quick wickets.
Yeah, but this is where Shard will show all of his experience. He will not panic a single jot. Single to keep the strike. 76 for 5.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है।
सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स, यसमा पोइन्ट छ। सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
And control. Great to see those stump cam shots as well. An innovation we've never had before here in Nepal. Part of these broadcast pictures going live on Star Sports. Millions watching in, and maybe some of those fans from India getting exposed to cricket here in Nepal for the first time, as we'll see Dipesh Kandal come in for his 3rd over, as that will be a dot ball. Just talking about that 2014 T20 World Cup, Nepal's first appearance at a major event. Forgot about the likes of Gyanendra Malla, who was the vice captain in that tournament. He's now one of the coaches here in this team. Pradeep Airi, the opening batter, the swashbuckling Pradeep Airi. Binod Bandari, he'll be playing in this Nepal Premier League too. So of that 2014 team, it's Vasakar, Sampal Kami, the captain of one of the teams, and then Binod Bandari, 3, and in fact Jitendra Mukhiya as well, 4 of the 15 here at the MPL.
That's terrific. It's great for Nepal cricket. Good mixture of youth and experience, a bit of turn. The left-arm spinners are making it count here, making it very difficult. 35 or 51 doesn't seem a great, humongous task. But given the wickets playing some tricks, and given that they've got 5 wickets, the Gurkhas fancy themselves. There's a bit of inside edge there.
Yeah! Oh, now how was that missed? Eskenazi was celebrating. He thought that he chopped on, but the inside edge just evades the stumps. Oh, Karki, very lucky indeed.
It's getting difficult by the minute. They need a partnership. We saw Lahiru Milanta play an exceptional innings in the first game. This time it came in with the arm, didn't spin. It's creating enough doubts for the batter.
Nice, brother.
Yeah, you talk about that 2014, the legacy of cricket that has kind of sparked here, and on to the 2024 World Cup. Sampal Kami, the only one to play in both of those World Cup squads, but I'm just so happy to see Shard Vasakar here. We'll see Sampal Kami captain those Karnali Yaks. They'll be in action this afternoon. 12 bowled, 79 for 5.
सिटिजन लाइफको क्रिटिकल केयर प्लस लिएको छु, जसले रोग लागेको थाहा हुने बित्तिकै 50 लाखसम्मको औषधि उपचार खर्च दिन्छ।
त्यो उपचार खर्च अब सिटिजन लाइफले गर्छ।
News. So too will the Karnali Yaks. That means that the fans here are going to get their first sight First playing sight, that is, of Sheeker Down. He was here on the opening day. They'll be captained by Sampal Kami. Not sure if the Yaks are here yet, but certainly the Janakpur Bolts are having a look on. They'll be looking to make it 2 from 2 and extend their lead at the top of the table. But this morning game is just getting a little nervy, isn't it? And this is a strange move. I thought we'd continue to see plenty of spin, but it's going to be Rashid Khan. The pace is going to go back on the ball. Skillful death bowler, known to hit the block hole very well. It's not the famous Afghan Rashid Khan, it's the Nepali version.
He's got an illustrious name to live up to.
He's a talented young cricketer. He's good, particularly at the death. Can bat. I know he didn't show that today. Got a lot to live up to, though, with that name, doesn't he?
Just getting a feeling that this is going down the wire. Digging themselves into a hole. They can't leave it till too late. I know it's the asking rate's not very big. And you've got the experienced Vesavkar at the crease.
It's a good call. I think Vesavkar is always getting home there. Keeps himself very fit, does a lot of yoga. Huge amount of yoga. First bit of yoga I ever did in my life was here in Kathmandu with him. Didn't have a clue what I was doing, but loved it.
No, he's very big on yoga. Does the Sudarshan Kriya, the breathing practice, which I find very, very helpful, and advocate that.
Good change up, but Eskenazi can't gather it in cleanly. And a good call from Sharad Vesavkar runs through for what will be signalled as a bye.
Yeah, not able to find the boundaries yet. 23 balls since the last boundary. Huge swipe, well bowled, another good change of pace. Take the bye, every run they'll take at this stage.
Got to give credit to both sides bowling attacks in terms of the way they've adjusted, and they kind of learnt very quickly. Often you'll see bowlers need 3 or 4 boundaries to be hit to start changing things, but all the bowlers led by Sohail Tanvir in that first innings have reacted to the conditions and bowled very appropriately. Sometimes we get high scoring thrillers. This could be a low scoring one.
Sometimes low scoring games are thrillers. Yeah, stump to stump, take pace off, left arm spin. That's been the way to go.
Again, a clever change-up, but Eskenazi, for the second time in the over, very costly. It's 4 byes. They cannot afford that. And that's not a great piece of work from the gloveman from Middlesex.
Yeah, if you can't get force off the bat, they'll take the byes. Thanks to a mistake by Stephen Eskenazi. Yeah, didn't get the favour of the bounce. Not easy those. But the Rhinos will take the boundary at this stage. 26 now required.
He's been excellent, isn't he, Sharad Vesavkar, just using that experience to guide the Rhinos home. They're on top, I think, 25 needed, 87 for 5.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs they your way of quality living.
तपाईको असली energy, Red Bull, असली नै रोजौं.
Is Dove really different from soap? Ordinary soap dries itself over time, but Dove is different. Get your radiance with Dove.
Vivo.
Well, that's the tale of the tape thus far. The 2 iconic players there. One signed for each of the 8 franchises, Karen KC and Kushal Malla, both captaining their respective sides. One of the most highly decorated on the left, and then one of the most prodigiously talented youngsters on the right. And right now, it's Malla's side that hold all the aces. They hold the edge. Are we going to see a late twist as Erasmus returns? It's really varied things up nicely, hasn't he, Herod Erasmus?
Yeah, they're not making it easy for the Rhinos. They're trying their level best. the Gurkhas. They're not giving up as yet.
I just love the way in which Richard Vissaker is not panicking. Now, what about this? Drive to NPL. Get a good look at that Almeida car with its salient features. Fastest growing car brand in the world, this one. EV is all the rage at the moment, and it's a long-range SUV. 430 kilometers. That'll get you almost all the way down to that Terai region, down towards Bayrawan, but well, as he bowls that one again from 26 yards maybe this time. Surprises even us here. Did you get out and about yesterday in Kathmandu?
Just went out for a bit, went for a bit of a drive to the famous Buddha Nilkantha temple, which is about 30 minutes from our hotel.
Did you see how clear it was as well? You could see the snow-capped mountains all around you. Very clear for this time of the year.
To go to the Chandragiri, where apparently you can see the Mount Everest from.
Now my question is, do you have a head for heights?
Don't know. I have to find out.
It's a fantastic multi-million-dollar development that gets you up that hill, but it happens very, very quickly. It goes up steeply. I'll bring you up one of the days off. 14 ball, 90 for 5.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs they your way of quality living.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahe.
Himsta for a complete home.
Dish Home, Khushi ko connection.
Dipesh!
Yeah, not quite the same visibility today. You can only barely make out the outline of the Chobar Dada across there, the hills that surround it. But yeah, it's the cable car that goes up the Chandragiri hills. It's very steep, and they're pretty small little compartments you sit into. I'm not sure whether or not this man will be travelling up there. Shikhar Dhawan, he's just arriving. And what a buzz it is for Nepal as a country to have the second highest run scorer in IPL history here for the inaugural season, the MPL. How brilliant is it to see Shikhar in town?
That's terrific for Nepal cricket, that Shikhar Dhawan is coming and playing this tournament.
And the crowd have just seen him on the big screen. That was why there was a cheer. The bowler was actually running up and the cheer went up as Dhawan is in town, and there's only one place to be in Kathmandu on a magical Monday. It's here at the TU.
It's a big, big moment for Nepal cricket.
No run! Well done!
Getting through these overs quick here. Kandel is into his fourth over, none for 21. 21 required from 33 balls. And the huge cheer goes up for Shikhar Dhawan.
Yeah, reaching capacity all of a sudden in this crowd. I'll pick up a couple here, nicely played into the offside. I know Karki's only going at a strike rate of 50, as is Shard Vissaker, but they're not panicking. They're saying if we need to get this done in the 19th or even the 20th, we will. If we lose a wicket here, it blows the game back wide open. And just as I say that, has he got enough of this? Oh, yes he has. It's gone all the way. It's a Siddhartha Bank 6. Just for a moment, I'm not sure whether he thought he got enough of it, Karki, but he did. Another one straight down the ground that goes all the way.
A great shot from young Karki. He's been biding his time, but that's a 6 that was most needed. Will take the pressure off, hit the side screen. That's what you do in this ground.
Same ball.
It's exactly where you want to hit. It's where you get the best reward. 5 remain. Chipman Rhinos, 99 for 5.
Siddhartha Rewards. Yesma points are Siddhartha Bank. Sambandha sadai bharilai.
Tapaiko Asli Energy Red Bull Asli Nerozo.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs they your way of quality living.
Gabbar is here.
for the Karnali Yaks. Shikhar Dhawan, quite a crowd puller. And this is why the stadium is filling up. They want to see fireworks from the bat of this man, the southpaw, Shikhar Dhawan, the Indian legend, and a great character as well. You get to know him, HD. He's a fun-loving boy.
What a wonderful player he has been over the years for India and the various teams that he's played for outside of that national team as well. And a great character as you mentioned. National team as well, and a great character as you mentioned.
These days you have a look at their Instagram page.
National team as well, and a great character. National team as well, and a great character as you mentioned.
These days you have a look at their Instagram page and you get to know the other side of the north of India. A lot of Punjabi cricketers do that. Yeah, they bring it's a goal. This is a direct hit. Was his bat in the air? Was he slow to get to the non-striker's end? Interestingly, that's not been referred upstairs. Usually when it's a direct hit, you want to play safe, and I just felt that Isavkar was a little slow at the non-striker's end. Oh, he made it very comfortably. Good call. Broke the stump at the bowler's end, but Sharad Vesavkar was always inside that line. Excitement in the air. Fans sensing a Chitwan Rhinos win. Beautifully played. Over mid-off. And he's looked so good with the bat. Karki has added so much of maturity in this innings of his.
I must admit, I've loved this partnership. I really have. I know that there's no big numbers attached to it, but it's the way they've gone about putting this partnership together in a low run chase. And just when they've got within just a short distance of winning, Karki's exploded. He's hit a big six, and now a lovely off drive back over mid-off's head.
Yeah, and if you look at their strike rates, both of them are batting inside 100. That's what happens when you're chasing 1-1-1.
But it wasn't required to strike it at 150, 160. They needed less than a run a ball when they came together. The problem for the Rhinos was the wickets column. They were 5 down, but these two have played beautifully together. Sharad's only got 9, but you can't help thinking that his experience has played a part in the way that Karki has played.
Just got to come and block one end and drop anchor, and that's exactly what Sharad has done. Sensible cricket.
And the partnership is 38 of 44 deliveries, so there have been some extras as well. So the partnership nearly at a run a ball, but with barely a shot in anger played. They wait in anticipation for the Bolts versus the Yaks. The Bolts unbeaten, 1 from 1. The Yaks, Shikhar Dhawan.
Actually, it's a Monday morning. Quick reminder, yeah? It's not a weekend. Eyes look good, Karki. He's got carnage and class laced together in this innings of his. Now it's only 22 and 26, but this is worth its weight in gold.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Himstar for a complete home.
Siddhartha Rewards. यसमा points छ. Siddhartha Bank. सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई. Naliaks in action, Sompal Kami, the captain there, in discussion with Shikhar Dhawan. And it's a famed lineup over here. A lot of star value and a lot of talent as well. They'll be up against a very buoyed Janakpur Bowls. Harlem into his final over, and Chitwan Rhinos one strike away from what will be a very strong performance and a good win.
I won the toss and wanted to chase, as the Bolts did yesterday. Nice. Fielded well, held on to their catches, assessed the conditions extremely well with ball in hand, and Sohail Tanvir, who's fresh off the aeroplane, delivered our first fifer of the competition.
It's been a near-perfect game for the Rhinos, but for that blip in the middle order, they've come back well.
Nice, buddy.
Harlem with 3 wickets for 18 runs. Erasmus and Doubtwaite as well. A wicket apiece for them. How's it been in Nepal, HD?
Well, you haven't had a time to breathe yet. Landed here, had an opening game, and then yesterday was a day off, and it was really about overcoming some jet lag. But we'll get out amongst the locals soon enough.
He's hit that down the ground. Protection in the deep. Break day. How well did he utilize it? Break day yesterday.
I said I should get over some jet lag. Have a little look around the hotel, and there'll be some time to see some of the local sights and sounds. Into the 17th, 110 for 5.
Pond Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs your way of quality living.
Well, when you're in Nepal, Monday feels like Sunday, and when you're with HD Ackerman in the comm box, it's like a DJ console. Yeah, a lot of fun and laughter and good cricket conversation as well, HD.
You've been here a number of times. This is my first trip here to Nepal, so you're going to have to show me around when we do get an off day. But there are not many of those, because there's game after game after game over the next few days as we get through this inaugural NPL.
That's why we keep telling game on, ladies and gentlemen. All right then. Huge appeal, was drifting down leg, and this will also mean that the Chitwan Rhinos will prevail in this contest over the Kathmandu Gurkhas. They win by 5 wickets and 17 balls to spare. This is a very fine win, and this pair of Sharad and Karki have really added some semblance in the chase after a minor blip. Strong performance here by the Rhinos, and they prevail with 5 wickets in hand.
Oh, Gerard Erasmus thought that he had trapped him LBW, but instead it was the winning runs. It was a big shout, it was a confident shout. He got a long way across, and if that didn't hit the bat, didn't get a little bit of an edge, that looked fairly adjacent. But in the end, it's adjudged as runs, and so the Rhinos do emerge victorious by 5 wickets. They stuttered at the start, lost their first wicket after 18 runs, and then a little bit of a partnership took them to 31 for 2. And then the stutter began. 54 for 3, 56 for 4, 68 for 5. It needed a calm head. They got that from Sharad. He's 11 off 22. And the talent of Karki showed towards the back end with some valuable boundaries. His 28 off 30 will give him a great deal of confidence going forward in the competition.
A very fine partnership, and good to see the senior statesman telling the youngster Karki to lead them to the dugout. He's played a very fine innings of 28 and 30. This partnership unconquered, 46 of 52 for the 6th wicket. A winning partnership one that took the Rhinos home. A disciplined bowling performance and a very good chase by the end of it. This will certainly help the Rhinos. It's a long tournament, but you always want to start well, and there is the star, Sohail Tanveer.
Yeah, he's the match winner, isn't he? 5 when you make sure that your batters only have to chase 112 for victory, you know the bowlers have done their job. On the flip side, for the Gurkhas, for their bowling, defending 111 is really a tough ask. Alam bowled beautifully, his 3 for 20 off 4, but it was just too big a challenge for the Gurkhas to try and defend that.
Oh, that's how things started here for the Rhinos in the chase. Hassan Esakil played some very fine, delightful hits in the middle, but he departed for 12. It was Alam up front who struck early in his first spell. Deepak Bohra too departed. Luke Benkenstein played some very fine hits and was very confident in his shot making. Kushal Malla, Ravi Bopara all getting into double figures, but just at the right time, Karki and Vesakar stitched 46 unbeaten runs for the 6th wicket and added that much needed calmness, as HT pointed out, to take them home. 12 extras, but by the end of it, what goes on the board is that 5-wicket win with 17 balls to spare, which will come in very handy with regard to the net run rate as the tournament progresses.
One standout partnership, a match-winning partnership between Karki and the experienced Sharad, the 46 or 52, ensuring that they get home safely.
Yeah, that's sizable one. Not much that the bowlers can take home today, but for Shahab Alam, always a performer. Got to bowl in the power plays, but was brilliant. 3 for 20, came across different spells. Dipesh Kandel a touch unlucky, none for 29, a wicket apiece for Erasmus and Doubtwaite, but they had to strike more often. As many as 6 bowlers used. By the end of it, the Rhinos prevailed and held their nerve when it mattered the most. It started off with the Kathmandu Gurkhas put into bat, and it was Levitt who really set the stage on fire, playing some very fine hits, but Sohail Tanveer was the man with the plan as he eked out wickets with consummate ease. One too many as another wicket perished over there, but that was another very ordinary shot by Bhim Sharkey, playing all over it, and it was very important for a partnership to be stitched. Nevertheless, they did struggle in the middle to find the runs. Lovely bowling by the end of it as everyone departed in quick time. There was some kind of aggression by Dan Doubtwaite. He got 19 unbeaten runs in 18 deliveries, but the other batters around him perished. Karan Casey, Rashid Khan, very fine catching and fielding as well. That was Karan Casey finding the fielder in the deep. Very nicely bowled as well by Sohail Tanveer. A fifer for him on his NPL debut, and he created history as well. 5 for 23 in his 4 overs.
Ezekiel started well, the son of Muhammad Nabi, getting to 12, and it was Deepak that was the first to go. Alam was always going to be the man that proved problematic for the Rhinos in their charge, and he nipped out the 2 openers before Luke Benkenstein showed what he has. And then the introduction of Gerard Erasmus got rid of Benkenstein. Kushal Malla walked to the wicket. Many big things are expected of him, but eventually he held out in the deep as well. Ravi Bopara played some delightful strokes, one through extra cover before a good catch by Eskenazi saw the end of him. It took some experience, it took a calm head. That came in the form of Sharad, the talent of Karki as he exploded towards the back end when victory was in sight. And that partnership, 46 or 52, took the Rhinos home.
Yeah, final confirmation of game number 2 on day 2 of NPL, and it's the Chitwan Rhinos who win by 5 wickets. Put into bat, Gurkhas managed 1 for 9 in the 20 overs. Sohail Tanveer was the man with the plan. 5 for 21, created history by becoming the first bowler to take 5 wickets in NPL. Maharajan and Levitt got into 20s but could not carry forward. Amar, Benkenstein and Dakal, a wicket apiece for them. In the chase, it was a Karki show alongside Sharad Vesavkar, who stitched 46 runs for the 6th wicket. Benkenstein and Ezekiel did thrill the fans with some very powerful hits along the ground. Left-arm spinner Alam was the pick of the bowlers with 3 for 20 for the Gurkhas. We're done with match number 2. We're all set for match number 3. Janakpur Bowls will take on Karnali X. This is going to be a cracker of a contest. There's so much more to look forward to. We'll get you all of it and the presentation of this game on the other side of a very short break. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere.
Lights